This is my Attitudes Reflection presentation by Heidi Strelo, Relational Psychology. My overall reflection on how my attitude changed throughout the day. My observations were of myself, and my attitude changed several times throughout the day. First, I noticed an unconscious ambivalence going to the dentist. I didn't feel emotionally very good, but I wasn't really aware of why. And then my second change of attitude was I used impression management when interacting with people at my dentist appointment, trying to show them my best side. And third shift of my attitude came when I got home and I started my online school. And so then my attitude changed to all business and just to get done what I needed to do. And then lastly, at the end of the day, the fourth time my attitude changed, it was time to interact with my family. And I noticed my attitude changes when I get around my family, especially my son's mood. For example, I might try to be more upbeat if he seems sad because he has depression, and I try to keep him upbeat. Now, when it comes to the functions of attitudes, number one, it functions as self-expression. We are expressing our feelings in the moment. That's one of the functions. Another function is impression management. We're trying to display our best sides to people when we meet them. Number three function is we're trying to organize a complex social world that we live in. And number four, we are trying to increase our connection with similar people. So those are all the functions of attitudes. My hypothesis is that there are dual processes. There are a dual process approach to attitude changes. And attitude changes occur due to outlook adjustment when a person goes from being positive to negative. So A, those that occur when we put forth very little cognitive effort, and B, those that occur with relatively high cognitive effort. And then there are variables that affect one's motivation or ability to think. And some of these variables are personal preferences for engaging in complex thought, and personal relevance of the object, and then also the amount of distraction present while you're attempting to think and process. So that's my hypothesis. And what does Scripture say about attitudes? First, having negative attitudes towards every manner of evil that separates us from God and from one another, including pride, arrogance, and injustice. All who fear the Lord will hate evil. Therefore I hate pride and arrogance, corruption, and perverse speech. And that's from Proverbs 8:13. The Bible also promotes righteous attitudes that serve the ultimate end of a loving God and our fellow human beings, rather than the pursuits of education and cars and different worldly things. And we're not always aware of our attitudes, and they're often self-serving. Thus the need for God to search our hearts. And this next Bible verse speaks to that. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Point out anything in me that offends you, and lead me along the path of everlasting life. And with that, that concludes my presentation on attitudes. Thank you.